I'm going to hit this button here. Hopefully it gets me in focus. Good day, Chief here. Yes, I'm late. I've been doing some nesting. I've been doing some major cleaning around the house and exhausting myself. I'm so thankful that I got to go to Germany before my career ended. And as I love Germany, I started out with Berlin, Germany as my first enlisted assignment. And it took me this long to get back to Germany. I volunteered time and time again to get a German slot, but just couldn't get one. So now I'm leaving 7th Army, and now I'm coming back to San Antonio to work at Fort Sam Houston for 6th Army. Or no, Army South. Whew. Too many armies. So throughout my warrant officer career, started out in I Corps level. I worked for a brigade at the Corps level. And then I went to South Korea, divisional level. Then I went to San Antonio, Medina Station, strategic level. And then I go to Germany to work at 1st 66 MI Brigade. Can't remember who all we supported. And then I got liaison to work down at 7th Army. So now I'm back to another army. But this will be my worst assignment throughout my career because I do nothing. I am an exercise body. I will serve 2 masters there, two colonels. First colonel actually called me into his office, real nice guy. I didn't mind working with him, but he says, Chief, I haven't had your MOS in a long time and I don't know what to do with you because you have no assets. So therefore you can't really do anything for me, but you've been assigned here. I'll try to come up with a job for you. He never did. So I became an exercise body. Yes, I would peruse the reports that I could to see if anything interested my colonel. Occasionally it did. I also got to do some CMD work where I was doing any people asking questions. I would get the answers and ship them back to them just to give me something to do. We traded that job amongst all us warrant officers because it's a tedious job and sometimes it's just, there's no reward. There's no reward, so to speak. You're just answering questions. I did have the availability of an asset across the hallway, but there was a competent CW3 that I knew from my first San Antonio assignment, and there was no reason for me as a CW4 to go over and tell this CW3, oh, do good job. Don't have to do that. He's competent enough. Besides, that's how us warrant officers are. If we know the people, we know we don't interfere with their work. Now, I will get pissed off at a former warrant officer because when I got home, I got a call from a CW3, I think he was, and he wanted to know what I was going to do or plan on doing. And I said, I have no idea. I don't even know what my responsibilities are, and you're asking me what I'm going to do. Well, in the interim, he got out, got himself an NSA job, and he became our local NSA rep for Army South. And he did that transition from the military over to NSA and became a problem. Because all he could talk about was all of the money he was making and how he finally went through his midlife crisis and got himself his BMW car. Big whoop. And he tried to counsel me once, and he tried to tell me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this to improve yourself. And I'm like, dude, you're no longer in the military. And then it comes to find out he's not even supposed to be counseling me. He did apologize for that, though. But he was correct. I did need to do certain things. I needed to catch up on my schooling. And one of the things that I did do while I was there, I went to the staff course. I'll do the whole video about that later on because it was entertaining and fun. But basically, overall, my job was exercises. I'd work with a nice major, excuse me, cup of coffee, who was one of the few Army military personnel that had a scuba badge, or the deep water helmet. That's the badge. So we called her Scuba Sue. Her first name was Sue. She was fun to work with, and she just said she will always come to me and go, "Well, Chief, it's another exercise, and guess who's going to help me?" So I was kind of like her right hand officer, I guess, because I was CW4, because she didn't have any. I don't think she ever pulled any captains or lieutenant from our unit. Hitting this button again. Hopefully I'm in focus. This camera's driving me crazy. I don't know what I touched, because I looked at my old videos, and then all of a sudden the last several months I've been out of focus and I don't know what I touched. I've tried fixing it. We'll see. But getting back, so yeah, I have no responsibility. Now, yes, I could reach out to other people that had assets, but I would be such a low priority, because generally when you have an asset, the person that owns that asset already has it overwhelmed with all the information that they want. And helping somebody outside of their organization is not going to happen. Not unless you are probably a general asking for it. But I don't have any stars. I got a bar with some boxes. Remember, those are all those Article 15s I got. Or how many times I've been passed up for captain. Never get over that one. So, this is also kind of like one of my short assignments, because I got here back home, I think in March '09, and I will leave middle of summer 11 for my next assignment, which I'll have troubles there too, but it also ends my career. So this is a short video. I really don't know what else to talk about. I'll talk about the staff course next week and all the trials and tribulations with that, because that was a long drawn out, because we had to do all these modules. I'll save it for next week before you could even go, because if you didn't do the modules, talk about it next week, Chief. You're rambling. I know. Yep, I'm late. Yes, I'm nesting. I've been cleaning up. I cleaned one room for 2 days now, and pulled out maybe that much of paperwork that just went bye-bye. Not much. So this is Chief out. Remember, freedom's not free. Can't wait for the springtime. I know a lot of people in America don't want to support the war in Ukraine, but remember, Putin wants the Russian Empire back, or USSR back. So there's a lot of breakaways that he wants back. So if we don't stop him now, we'll have to stop him in the future. But once again, this Soviet/Russian army, number 2, got their behinds handed to them. What can I say? Thank a vet, kiss a vet, love a vet.